Welcome to Sense of Style. I'm Stuart. 8 fragrances I'll never regret buying. And the reason I did this list was because I traded away my 6th fragrance just last week. And that's 6 in the last 6 months. I started trading at the beginning of the year just to give the channel a little more variety. These 8 fragrances won't be going anywhere, but you'd be surprised at some of the fragrances that I did trade. One of them was CH Men Privé. Now, it is a classic. It's been discontinued. It's beautiful. The problem with that one was, and all the ones that was traded had a problem, was it didn't perform all that well. Longevity was a problem, like 3 or 4 hours. However, these ones, these 8, they ain't going nowhere. They're really good. I really like them. Let's get to it. Fragrance number 1, this is Boss the Scent Magnetic. Now, I didn't actually purchase this one. This is one that I targeted and I traded for. But yeah, I won't be trading this away. However, I would say that after trying it, it is probably the most feminine fragrance ever marketed to men, at least that I've ever tried. And in order to explain why, I've compared it to Boss the Scent Absolute. So Boss the Scent Absolute is a Maninka fruit fragrance, and this has Maninka fruit is like a chocolatey, fruity note, and this has an enhanced Maninka note. It actually says it in the press release, so you get a little bit more sweet fruitiness for this one. And this, the base, is vetiver, so a woody base, which is typical for male fragrances. Not this one. The base of this one is vanilla. But I think the pièce de résistance that makes this a little more feminine, I would say at this point it's a unisex fragrance, is the fact the mid note is bran. Now, bran is a very powdery note. That's the only real reason it's there. So you got a lot sweeter and a powdery quality. You normally only get powderiness when it comes to like floral notes like iris. It smells really, really nice. And it's not, I'm not saying it's a feminine fragrance, but just like the Victory line, some of the fragrances in the Victory line, it's definitely moving in that direction. It's got really good performance. I really do like the fragrance, but this is one where, you know, if I put it on at the beginning of the day, I'll be like, who am I going to be seeing today? Fragrance number 2 is from 1853. This is Oda Cologne Imperial by Guerlain. And look, for me, I don't know if you can see this, half of this bottle almost is gone. And for me, that's insane. This only lasts an hour. It lasts an hour. It's an Eau de Cologne, and it's a real Eau de Cologne. So why would I never get rid of it? Mainly because this goes in my gym bag more than any other fragrance. That's why it's so empty. And honestly, one of the nicest things about coming out of the gym after working really hard is just the explosion of citrus. It's like a very bitter citrus. There's like a lot of citrus notes. Then there's neroli and lemon verbena. It is just so refreshing. And so, yeah, even though this is from the 1850s, and even though it only lasts an hour, yeah, I mean, something like this everyone needs in their gym bag, I think. Fragrance number 3, this is Stronger With You, absolutely. And I really like this line. For one thing I like about Stronger With You, it is pretty consistent across all their fragrances. It's actually a line, at least to this point anyway. Chestnut and vanilla line. And what I like about this one is, I do like the original, but this one, with the addition of rum, it's just a little bit more masculine, a little bit of bite to it, and the performance is just a little bit better. I really, really like this. Now, this one is never going to get traded. I wouldn't say the same thing about the original now that I have this. However, this is a good line, and yeah, this one's a classic. Fragrance number 4 might seem weird. It's Banana Republic Dark Cherry and Amber. And I got this because I wanted something similar to Baccarat Rouge 540. At the end of the day, it really isn't. This is a lot fruitier. This is dark cherry and amber. It's just as it sounds. As it turns out, the more I get into fragrances, the more I realize I really do like the cherry note. This one only lasts like 3 hours. And the price is going up and up and up for this one. But I think that's because it just smells bloody good. It's just a really, really nice smelling fragrance, and you do get some projection early on. It doesn't last long, But this is one where, yeah, I don't understand why it's not more popular. There's a couple of fragrances from Banana Republic. I know the name really doesn't, conjure up images of like super high quality, but they have a couple of really good fragrances, and this is definitely one of them. This is definitely never going anywhere. This I paid $25 for, just so I had no idea what it was going to smell like, just based solely on a GentSense recommendation. But what this turned out to be, and I had no idea, this is a really good clone of Gucci Pour Homme 2. Now, when I say really good, in terms of longevity, it's not great. It's 4 hours. In terms of projection, it's kind of average. But where it's really good is the depth of the scent. This is a very accurate clone, and it is a very deep and rich scent. So when you spray this on, it really, you really feel it. You really notice it. And the only way I'd ever get rid of this is if I got a bottle of Gucci Pour Homme 2. And the last time I priced it, wasn't that long ago, it would cost me, because it's only on eBay, it's been discontinued, Gucci Pour Homme 2 would cost me 440 Canadian dollars. Yeah, so this one won't be going anywhere. And actually, I priced 100 milliliters of this, and it's well over 100 US on eBay, because especially in North America, this one's hard to get. But if you can still manage to get this one, and I know some people in Europe have talked to me about how it's, still $25 there. I mean, you got to grab it. I think this is just magnificent. Now, why is it special? Well, it's just weird. It's odd. It's very original. It's like violet leaf, which is like super fresh on the one hand, and then a sticky tonka with cinnamon on the other. Two kind of things that should never go together. They do. They blend together well. This is a really, really good fragrance, even though the performance is kind of average. This next one requires no explanation. This is Farenheit. This is my baby. This is never going anywhere because this is so original and it's brilliant. Now, I know some of you despise it. I'm sorry. I feel for your loss. I really do, because I adore this thing. This thing has been in my top 15 since day one. This thing is absolutely incredible. It's weird. I don't think this smells old, even though it came out, I think it came out in 88. I don't think it smells old. I think it just smells too strange to really fit in any time or place or era. But it's like violet leaf mixed with leather. It's very odd. It's got a lot of other notes too, but it's just fantastic. Oh yeah, you guys are missing out. If you don't like this one, and performance is good too. I mean, women don't like it, but screw them. Next up, we have Mancera's Instant Crush. And yes, I don't have a bottle of this yet, but I will, I assure you. And when I do, it ain't going anywhere. This thing I almost missed out on because of that stupid name. Look, when I hear the name Instant Crush, I think of a 13-year-old girl. I don't think of a middle-aged bald man like myself. And yet, I love this. And based on everything that I've smelled that's similar to Baccarat Rouge 540, I think I would probably, I've never tried BR 540, I think I would probably prefer this, because this seems to me to be a lot more saffron than even BR 540. Now, I could be wrong, and I'm sure the quality of BR 540 is better, but the saffron here is just so incredible. It's like two of my favorite notes of all time, saffron and amberwood with a little bit of vanilla. I love it. It lasts a long time. It projects like a monster. Yeah, if anyone's got wants to trade a bottle of Instant Crush, yeah, I'm your man. And finally, Club de Nuit Intense Man. Now, I know you're going, a big deal, Club de Nuit Intense Man. Okay, first of all, this is an old bottle. Doesn't smell like Pledge when it opens anymore. Goes straight to Aventus. Secondly, I like Mont Blanc Explorer. It's a good fragrance, really enjoyable, but it didn't project or just explode the way this thing explodes. And I ain't paying $500 or whatever the price is for Aventus. So I'm with this. And you know what? I'm fine with it. I'm fine. Look, I wish Middle Eastern houses were more open with their sales data. I really do, because I'm convinced that this has got to be, in terms of units sold, the #1 fragrance on earth. Fragcom loves it, and so do regular people. This thing is just fantastic. It's I wear it as much as humanly possible in the summer. For me, it's more of a summer fragrance. But anyway, yeah, these are not going anywhere, I swear. Take care, guys.